Was he like the annoying older brother growing up?
You know, it never really ends. The other day, he comes in and he goes like this. He's like, open your hand, take this. And I was like, no, it's a bug. He's like, it's not a bug. And I was like, well, what is it then? He's like, open your hand and see. I was like, no, show me what's in his hand. He goes like this. Handful of earthworms.
There you go.
Welcome to today's sponsor. You're sponsored by we're sponsored by NordVPN.
By honey.
No?
No, not
Raid
honey.
Shadow Legends.
Not honey.
Raid.
Honey was a scam.
It was a scam.
And Markiplier called it a couple months earlier.
And then
I know. Yeah, he's like, there's something wrong with honey. Like, why are they saving fuel all this money? What's the point? It's a scam.
it is a scam.
It was.
But you know what else was a bigger scam?
Joe Biden.
Well, that, but like there was another company that was like, oh, what was that one where you could like buy like the auction site or whatever, where you could like buy things for like pennies on the dollar? They said that.
Oh,
Cash for deals or something like that.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about
Fairfield for fair deals.
No,
Fairfield.
Okay. They're a scam.
Not Wish.
Hate
the
that.
other one, Temu.
Temu. No, Temu's a scam. I bought like 3 things off of Temu. Never.
Well, that's the thing with Temu is you buy the things and then you're not sure if they're going to show up, and they're probably not. And
Then you get them
know
and
it.
you're like, oh wait, this is
Willow,
not
lay
right.
that cow head flat.
Oh.
You know what I can brag about?
What's
I've
that?
never bought anything off of Temu, and I've never used ChatGPT.
What?
I use ChatGPT like all the time now.
I use
Never.
ChatGPT for my...
I didn't want to give myself the opportunity because when that first came out, I was going through college classes, and I was like, you know what? They are not going to get me on anything AI. Not ever. So I'm not.
If I start using it, I'll never stop.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I just mess with it.
I
don't use it for anything useful.
I use it for my lawyer stuff. Like, I'll go through and I'll give it prompts and stuff, and I'll be like, okay, so, in the state of PA, right, like, what's the legality of this? And then it'll give me my answer, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I can do that. That's cool.
You can do that with Google AI now. Like
Yeah, but Google AI is just, it's mid compared to
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
except it draws stuff
It's
from
mid.
Reddit.
Reddit.
So many of the AI answers you get are not drawn from any website. They're drawn from Reddit Ask Forums.
Okay, but it's like Reddit is just to me. You know what Reddit is?
Mm.
You remember that? You remember that?
Torture.
4chan.
Oh, fortune.
You remember that? You remember that robot that they trained off of 4chan or whatever?
Yeah.
That like became psycho and then killed a whole bunch of people. Like, we need to stop messing around with this stuff.
It's probably not a good idea to like let it have any control over much at
Well,
all.
it's going to come to the same conclusion that all the humans have come to, and it's that we do damage.
But you know what? Though there are some jobs that I do believe should be taken by AI. You know those crime scene people who have to sit there and watch all the horrible images and stuff of like kids and death. I
Just have the AI watch it and then tell you what it was.
pretty much.
That would be nice.
And then the AI.
How illegal is this video on a scale of 1 to 10?
300.
300.
300.
That was not in the prompt I gave you, sir. Jail.
Didn't matter. Made it up myself.
Didn't matter. Didn't ask. Don't care.
So, here's something that I have a problem with. Are you guys aware of how often smut books are in the young adults section for, like, preteen to teen women?
I'm very aware.
And how they're trying to force that on, like, young women or, like,
I'm
get them
very
to
aware.
I mean, like,
what's your opinion on it's essentially the same thing where a bunch of, like, ads online are directed towards young men.
Yeah.
I've actually read one smut book just out of curiosity to see what.
Oh, same. I was like, what exactly
What
is
if you guys read the
my
same
girlfriend
smut book?
at the time?
Ooh,
So much
twinsies.
common. Twinsies.
Twinsies.
I read it because I was like, what exactly, is my girlfriend at the time, ex-girlfriend now, not the most recent one, but what exactly is she reading?
Yeah.
And I started reading, and I'm like, oh, it's like a romance book, and I got like 4 pages in it, and then it's just like, and then he took me and beep, and my beep, and then he beep, and then he took his beep and put it in beep, and then beep, and beep. Also, he raped me.
Yeah, like I was like the one I was reading was like about the shape-shifting wolf or whatever, and like
Most of them are about that. They're either wolves, pirates, or
Vampires.
vampires.
That's the main thing I see where
I feel like that started all off of, like, we could blame Twilight for that. Yeah.
Well, you see that the way those are constructed comes from like more of an innocent place to get you hooked in before it ruins your life.
Well, actually, you know where you can blame Twilight on?
What?
Anita Blake.
Who's that?
It's this old series of books that's basically like Twilight, but smut. And it's from the 80s.
I don't know about you, but, like, when you went through that with your ex...
Sorry.
When you went through that with your ex, right? Like, did you feel very insecure about those books, kind of? Or did you feel like...
It just... Well, at that time in my life, I didn't have, like, the mental capacity to bother to be insecure about it.
Right.
But I know it made me feel, like, gross, kind of. Like, I was just like, oh, this is just, like, the same sort of stuff that I struggle with already. Like, this is all just... It's everybody.
But it's just in
that was, like,
words.
my first realization that everybody got whacked.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's everyone. So there's, like, they have figured out a form of pornography that works for everybody. And smut works the best on teenage women.
Because they're emotional. They're not really visual like we are.
Yeah, well, that's they are stimulated through like mental and auditory stimulation, and not like a direct visual.
Yeah.
Men are visually stimulated all the way.
Like tits.
That's right.
Tits.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Visually stimulated.
Like
off the
that.
bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then women, you never hear women go up and say, nice cock.
Right.
And you're like...
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
No.
Like, men enjoy getting those sorts of photos. Women don't tend to so much.
I actually had a... Now, this had since then been debunked, but there might be a point to what my coworker said. My coworker was like, well, actually, penises are kind of ugly. And I'm like, alright, wait, what? I'm like, but how does that work? Like... She's like, no, they feel good, but they're ugly to look at. And I'm like, no. But it has to be the right person, is what
I literally would have just been like, thanks.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like, oh, well, clearly you haven't seen mine, but you're not going to see
That's
mine.
right. Well, you just got to see the right one. And
But, yeah.
Mine's obviously the right one.
Obviously. And then HR gets on you, like, why'd you, that's kind of like sexual harassment. Probably should do that.
But back on my main point, the whole vampires, werewolves, pirates thing, it comes from this, like, very innocent, like, women generally want, no matter what they say, generally they want, like, a manly man, somebody that can take care of things and like, build stuff and, kill
big
somebody if
beard,
they need to.
Lumberjack.
Get some, you can grow some facial hair. That's generally what they go after. They go after all types, but that's... Yeah. A wide majority.
They don't want the sensitive guy. But they want their guy to be sensitive, which is kind of weird.
With them.
With them.
And not about anything. Like, with them, and they want that little bit of surrender.
Yeah.
But then there's also, like, predatory women that kind of, like, they get that surrender, and then they're done.
Yeah.
And you have to watch out for that. But,
yeah.
But generally, it comes from that point. And you notice in the stories, the way it goes is... They take this pirate and they, like, bring him in from the ocean. Like, they settle down. Yeah. Or they make the werewolf turn back to a human, and then he's, like, vulnerable for a moment before the weird BDSM scene,
Right. From the beast to the prince, right? Like kind of like the Princess Frog type deal.
Right.
But
then, they take what's, like, ugly and beastly and strong, and they turn it into something that's calm.
And then the frog, like, turns into a human, and then beep.
But what's interesting is they want that vulnerability... But I don't think I've ever met a woman that actually wanted to quote-unquote tame the guy. They try. They want to try, but they don't actually want to tame you. And if they do, they're done.
Yeah, because it's boring to them now.
Does that make sense to you, Willow?
That mission is now gone.
What do you think about that as a woman in the modern era?
As you were thinking about that, or as you were talking about that, this is off topic, but I was thinking about another issue where a lot of guys will want a woman that's, like, very traditional or, like, takes care of them and all that, and they'll describe it as, like, oh, I want a woman who, like, cooks and cleans and is very traditional, does this and does that. I want a wife who does all this stuff for me. It's like, yeah, if someone does all that stuff for you, I'd want a wife too. I mean, someone could just take care of my whole life for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Where also, I guess people who say they want a partner that's like, women will do this too, they want a partner that's like their father, or some men will
Which
want
I
a
find
partner
that
that's
creepy.
like their mother. And
I want the good aspects in someone that, like, the good aspects of my mother, but I don't want her to remind me of my mother. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's it.
but you don't want someone to mother you, do you? Like,
No.
Like,
Yeah,
my
that's the thing.
mother is motherly and
Right.
kind, and I want somebody who's like that, because if
Right.
I'm going to get to a point where I have kids,
Right.
I want her to be able to take care of the kids and,
Right.
you know, not be
Yelling, screaming.
yelling, screaming
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
and
So-
also, but I presume you would not want to be treated how a mother treats a child.
No.
No.
That's the thing.
That would actually
Like,
make me
a lot
feel
of people are after that.
not respected, kind
Yeah.
of, because generally, like, I want more, like, kind of, like, charge of things. Like, I don't want, like, a mother-son thing. I want, like, a 50-50
Mhm.
relationship. Like, I want everybody to, like, give and take. Like, as a child, you pretty much just take from your mother and do, like, almost no giving.
Exactly. That's the thing that people want.
See, but
They want a motherly or a fatherly relationship where it's inherently selfish.
I have found with most of my ex-girlfriends that I give and give and give, and I pretty much never get back anything that
Do you
is
end up
substantial.
feeling like their dad?
I end up feeling like I got used for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every time.
that's how I felt with my ex.
Yeah.
Just like, I give, and
I
then,
give, help you fix things with your parents, do
Right.
this, do
Right.
that, and give you somewhere to, like, stay and figure out your
Welcome
stuff.
to the
and then-
relationship as dating as a woman.
Yeah.
That is 99% of the relationships you're going to run into as a woman. People will say that they want a woman
Did she
who's
just
very
call me a
traditional.
woman?
Oh, she called you a woman. I think she
Yeah.
called
Why'd you just call me a woman?
She's like, welcome to being a
It's,
woman.
yeah, welcome to being a woman. Because that's 99%.
Why are these growing? No! No! Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like, men are just such bullshit.
and everything's
No.
shrinking and going up and stuff.
No! Ow!
But see, like, what I find, right? So, my,
It's going back in!
my fiance has a best friend or whatever, and I'm not gonna trash talk her, but like I don't like my fiance hanging around her. Not that my fiance like learns anything off of her or takes anything from their conversation and is like, oh, you know, men are trash, but like I sat in on a conversation, and when I
Does
tell
she
you,
come back with fresh fights trying to, like,
No,
fight you?
no,
'Cause
she's
told
not
me, like,
that.
oh, he should do this and
No.
this and this.
she's not like that, but like
That's good.
I don't want that to be the habit, because I kid you not, I started a YouTube video and I finished it. It was like an hour and a half YouTube video, and the entire time her friend was just like, I want, like, this guy treats me wrong and I don't like him, but I'm gonna live with him. And I'm like, dude, just like, can you listen to my fiance for like 2 seconds and like listen to what she's trying to tell you? Get out of that guy's house and go do something. Like, you don't have to stay
Go
with
do
this guy.
something with yourself.
Exactly,
Get away
like-
from, like, a weird abusive thing.
Exactly.
Some people just like the drama too much. They can't.
She
they
is
can't
a
let
very
it go.
drama-centric person. Like, that's her whole life is drama. But, like, going back to the mother thing, like, for me, when I was looking for a partner, well, I mean, I didn't really have to look. She kind of came up to me and was like, all right, you're mine now. Yoink. And then,
I wanna know what love is.
That's what happened with me and my boyfriend. I met him and I
ding,
talked with him
ding.
for a couple of months, and I was like, I know
Yoink.
what I want.
but, like, with her, like,
Get over here.
when it comes to, like, the relationship rules or whatever, like, we split the load as evenly as we can, but we still pick up for each other.
There's a
with
little
stuff
bit of
that-
give and take
Right.
either way, just from day to day
The
or week
But-
to
best
week.
thing I've heard as far as that goes is relationships aren't 50-50, they're 60-40 with both people trying to be the 60%.
Right. And then with her, like, I act goofy. Like, she like, the other day we were at Wise's or whatever, and I was just, like, going through the store going, wee! And she's like, oh my god. She's like, why? Why is he doing this? And, like, I was taking stuff off. I was acting like a child, basically. And then she gave me this look, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen that look before. And then all these Vietnam flashbacks start going through my head. I'm like, that's mom. But I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'll be a good boy.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
But like just that that playfulness though of like we don't take each other seriously, or we don't take ourselves seriously enough to be like, you know, because I'd imagine well actually with my ex-girlfriend I did do that kind of stuff just to see how she was like, and she lectured me on it. She was just like, she's like the opposite of what I wanted. She was like my mother lecturing me over and over, like, you shouldn't be doing this in the middle of the store, this actually embarrassed me. But like with my fiance, she's like, you're just a giant goofball, you know that?
Yeah.
Like that aspect of the relationship that I had with my mother, I wanted that. Because
I remember, I think my recent ex-girlfriend, I think it was like the 4th date, we were at a grocery store, and it was Walmart. You see that rug there? That one that's like falling apart?
Yeah.
Outlasted the relationship, which is hilarious. But
it outlasted the relationship.
it's falling apart. But we went to Walmart, and I'm like walking up the aisle, like pretending to play the guitar and singing. It was either Creed, which you'd expect from me, or it was like Def Leppard or something, or maybe Green Day. I don't know. Oh no, I remember what it was. I think it was Basket Case. I think it was Green Day Basket Case. Like, do you have the time? And so I'm going up through Walmart, and it's probably like 9:30 at night or something. People are looking at me, and I'm like singing along. And then I'm like changing up some words of the song with like, this rug is bullshit, you know. And she, I mean, she just really wasn't having it.
Just wasn't,
but she didn't say anything either. Yeah. And she just kept like looking at me like, for fuck's sake, please stop. I did not stop. No. Yeah. It's one of those things like, I'm going to be myself.
Right. And
I'm going to continue to do that so that you know what you're getting yourself into early in.
Yeah.
And there's no surprises.
Yeah. So, like, with her, like, in this particular Wise's, there was or Weiss, or however you say it.
Wise.
Yeah. Wow. It's Weiss. You're wrong. So.
Yeah. I only work there and, have heard.
Well, you know.
I only work there and have talked to Jonathan Wise, because that's his last name is Wise, and he owns the fucking store.
Okay, Mr. Big Shot. But no, like, they have the section with the live lobsters or whatever. And I was like, yo. Like, can we get it as a pet? And she's like, no. And I just sat there. Like, I legitimately sat in front of it. It was like, I'm not moving till you get me one of these. And she's like, oh my gosh, you were such a child. But it was just that, like, you are so ridiculous. I love you. Please get up and stop embarrassing me. That I was like, okay, I'm happy now. This is a dopamine.
The seafood guy the other day while I was working, he was loading lobsters into the tank. Mm-hmm. And I walked by his cart and I said, what happens if somebody just grabs one of those lobsters and walks off with it? And he's like, I'm not qualified to stop him. I don't know. And I go, oh, good. And then I pick up one of the lobsters and just start walking. It's like, bring that back. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh, that like, I do that at work too. Like, I took my boss's mug the one day from him. Like, you know how annoying older siblings will, like, come into your room and they'll, like, turn the lights off and, like, close or open the door or whatever and, like, genuinely try to piss you off.
Yeah.
I took my boss's cup, I turned the lights off on him, I sat the cup on the door so specifically when he opened the door, the water and the ice would just flow out. Like,
nice.
And I get halfway down the hall and all I hear is... I'm going to excuse myself, I got a phone call to make. But...
Toodles. Have fun. Are the cameras all still rolling? Everything's good there?
I can check on that for you.
You want to hit stop recording and hit start recording again on them as long as they're good? They have like a time limit on them.
Do you have the
Is
time
the button up here with
to
the red
listen
spot
to
by it?
me
Yes, sir.
whine?
To listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once.
Oh, so you both can sing.
I am one of those
Bye, Willow. It was nice meeting you.
melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it.
That's like our intro now.
Sure.
We're sponsored by NordVPN.
We're sponsored by Billy Joe Armstrong. He would not sponsor me.
No.
He'd hate me if he met me.
Why?
Well, he's like a huge Democrat.
Oh. Yeah.
Like
Democrats.
Democrat to the point of he runs into a Republican in public and he's just like, "Fuck you, man!
The
How dare you
Democrats. Listen, the Democrats have gotten out of hand lately. Okay.
They've gotten a little out of hand."
Little. But yeah, no, like, how's that weather?
That weather, yeah, it's been a pain.
It's hard to say people can say climate control exists based off the weather. You know.
Yeah.
I don't see, you know, in the middle of winter. In the middle of winter, I was.
Well, people are going to tell you right now as this comes out, like, "Oh, but it's been such a hot summer." Like
any
hotter.
other summers.
I've seen hotter. It's just been a long time.
Yeah, like any other summer that we've ever had ever. Like I remember
when I was a kid, it would get to be like 108.
When I was a kid, it would like. They talk about like, oh, you know, there's a drought, whatever. Like 3 years.
It was
ago.
very dry.
Yeah, 3 years ago we had a drought, and then now it's like raining out all of a sudden.
When I was a kid, there were some serious drought problems, like back in like 2008, 9, 10, 11, and then after that it was just wet. Like 2011 was the end of it. We had those huge floods, like in PA, New York, Maryland, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
After that, it was just, it's like a jungle out there now.
I can't even get to like. There are certain specific spots I can't even get to anymore because like the plants are just so.
Yeah, I had to shoot an alligator and fight an anaconda to get to my car the other day to
Speaking
go to work.
of alligators, speaking of alligators, what do you think about the cages, the alligator cages now in Florida, the ICE detention centers that
For alligators?
No. The Trump built these. Well, he didn't build them, but he had built these detention centers for ICE people in the Everglades of Florida, and they're like, there's alligators everywhere around them. Could you imagine being a prisoner and like trying to run from that?
That would be interesting. Well, you're just in the cage and the alligator's trying to eat you and it can't get you.
No. The alligator's not like in with you, but like they're surrounded the swamps around you.
Well, yeah, you're in a cage and it's on the outside and it's
Why
like
is it in a
trying to
cage?
get you and you're just like, I'm in a cage.
Why
You
is
can't
it
get
in
me.
a cage?
I don't know, bro. The alligator cage, I don't know.
You never watched it.
They can't get them, right?
I mean,
they're in the cages. And
they're
then
building the cages.
The alligators may be able to go around the outside of the cage and like munch on the cage a little bit, but they can't get them, right?
Yeah,
It should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine.
I feel like we talk about this like every podcast, like I talked about it with Skylar. But what do you think of VR?
I think VR is pretty cool. I think it's going to become to a point though where like everything's in VR and nothing is real.
You think
Mindlessly.
people will all just like agree, like let's leave behind reality together?
Yeah, pretty much. Like people don't like reality. They don't like.
Do they not though? I feel like there's a certain percentage of people that are like, oh, screw reality, man. But there's like I wouldn't leave it behind.
Listen, if I take
Like,
out
I
my
could
phone
have-
right now, right? What am I doing? I'm in virtual reality basically. I'm looking through my phone.
Right, but that's like, instead of it being your entire existence, it's just an extension of you, your arm.
Yeah. No, this is like
that I can get.
Like,
behind.
I find
like,
I
yeah,
sit
get out
here-
my phone and I can.
I find I
scroll
sit
and
here and I'm like, oh, I'm scrolling, and now I'm sucked into to the alternate reality.
But what do I do if I can't like go with the boys and go record YouTube videos and do whatever? Like, what's it gonna be when everybody just is like, oh, I'm just gonna program my VR headset to do all these effects?
You know
and
they have
stuff.
jobs in VR now. Like you can make money.
Why?
I don't know, because people are lazy and they don't want to do work.
Like to design VR worlds or something? Like
No,
are they,
like
making-
legitimate jobs in VR. Like I think it's China that's doing this. They're like,
So you put on your VR headset
it's
in
like
your house.
it's like for
and
disabled
you're
people.
like, you're all of a sudden like, oh, I'm at the office, and some guy is like, I want these numbers now, and you
Pretty
get
much.
yelled at and
Pretty
stuff, just like real life.
Pretty much.
Then what's the point of the VR if it's just going to be real life?
What's the point of anything anymore?
I don't
Well,
know
like-
that
like,
you
think
could
about
get
this.
10
Like, think
million
about this.
or billion people to
Okay.
just go ahead and leave the world behind. Like, how do you convince them to do that? Like, oh, this
Oh,
is
simple.
bad.
It's programming. What do you think? What do you do when you come home after a hard day of work? You just sit here. You open up the good old whatever reels. You know, by the way, Instagram reels.
But
are
you say
way
you,
better.
I don't. I'm like, all right, what's the YouTube doing? How are we
Yeah,
gonna
pretty
make a
much.
video today?
Pretty much. You're on YouTube. I'm on Instagram reels. I'm like, you know, like that's all I do. That's all I
Yeah.
do. Like I don't do anything else. I'm just sitting there like, oh, you know,
So you think it'll become everything at some point? We won't even work in the real world or do anything anymore?
No.
How are we going to eat? How are we going to, drink?
Think about it. They have, like, energy bars now. They have, like, simple things that are just packed full of whatever nutrients you need.
Oh, okay. So we're just headed straight for dystopia.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
pretty much. Right. Like, you ever
That's
watched
fun.
The Giver? You ever read the book The Giver?
No.
No. You gotta watch that. But, like, it's a dystopian society where they just basically, like, there's no emotion. There's just, you work, you do your job, you come home, that's it. You follow the rules.
So 1984.
Pretty much. George Orwell.
Love George Orwell. Thanks, George Orwell.
Peace.
You taught us a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but no, like, in all seriousness, though, I do believe at a point, we are going to become so immersed into virtual reality to where we don't even know what reality is. Take a look at AI, for example, right? Some of these videos that are coming out, you can't even tell anymore. Like, Joe Biden did a backflip at 93, and it shows the most hyper-realistic backflip you've ever seen.
Mm.
Or, like, all these videos that
I can
are
still
out.
tell the difference because I know a lot about videography stuff, and I feel like
Right.
a lot of the youth can tell just
But,
'cause they,
like,
they
like
tune
if I
in.
go to Instagram right now, I guarantee you, like, if I start scrolling through, but, like, I can find a video of a hyper-realistic, like, there's this been, like, Yeti or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's, like,
Oh, I've seen that.
you know what I mean? Like, it's this Yeti.
Yeah, it's like the Yeti or like the Bigfoot goes on
Bigfoot.
adventures and just
Yeah.
goes and does stuff. Like he goes to the LA riots or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
like, the videos of, like, the police officers.
And anybody
With-
can make them.
Right. And anybody, like, they pay $1 or whatever, and you can make a video. And
Yep.
now it's like, well, if you didn't know any better, if you were some 50-year-old person, didn't know anything better, you look at that, you're like,
a costume and special
or you'd see a figure of Trump doing a Hail Hitler. You know,
Be like, I knew he was a Nazi.
exactly. The pearl.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, the pearl clutching. I believe pearl clutching is like the most obnoxious thing these days.
Oh, it is.
Like, you ever go into church and there's those like Karens in there who are like,
I have a
you
lot
wore
of,
this?
I'm like,
You didn't wear a suit and tie?
maybe somebody from my church will watch this and totally tell me like, oh no, we have the highest opinion of you. But I'm pretty sure everybody in my church, like, I am the guy who comes and does the cameras.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they think I am like such a rapscallion. Like I come in my leather jacket every week and all these old people, and I look like how they looked when they were younger and they were
Yeah.
rapscallions. But like they kind of don't understand that like the rapscallions don't usually like wear a leather jacket with a popped collar anymore. It's like garbage like hoodies. And,
Right. It's like
Mm-hmm.
like Adidas and
But they hate me.
yeah.
Basically, is what I'm saying. Like a lot of them hate me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. They
Well,
never
like-
tell me that.
They never tell you that,
But
you
like,
can feel it.
you know,
look
years
at it,
and
you're
years
like,
I've been there. I'm pretty sure they.
you're
they-
like, all right, listen, Brendan, you're being a little bit too much. You know.
not even too much. Just like they just.
I believe if
Be
you
like,
got
I
a
don't-
Mustang, they'd be like, all right, that's it.
Like I was like, I'd like to get baptized at some point soon, and they like didn't believe me.
It's that pearl clutching. But that speaks to
No,
a bigger.
that's not for you.
That kind of speaks to a bigger problem in today's churches of like that judgmental generation is the
Yeah.
reason why like I feel like I can't go to church.
Mm-hmm.
I can't ever have problems when I go to church.
Yeah.
And that's not what church is about, but that's what they're going to let you to believe because you'll sit there and say, "Oh, I struggle with addiction."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, the devil!
Yeah. Yeah.
The devil! And it's like,
You struggle with addiction, and you're trying to get better. You didn't tell me that you were Satan incarnate.
yeah, exactly.
Why didn't you tell me that? I
Or
would have
it's
stayed
like-
so far away from you.
Like you have oh my goodness. This one time I went to this thing, it's called Talents for Christ. I don't know if the guy's still alive, so if he watches this, he probably won't, but if the guy watches this, this pastor came up to me and told me I was legitimately the devil for playing solitaire because it was gambling. I said,
Solitaire.
what am I gambling on?
Yeah, who are you
exactly?
gambling with?
And he never had an answer for me. Like,
It's solitaire.
I went up to him like 5 different times to confront him about it.
I think bro just doesn't know what solitaire is.
No, bro just didn't know what cards was.
He just saw
was.
cards in a green table on your screen and was like, "This boy has been taken by the devil."
It was physical cards, but like still, like
it literally was. It wasn't even on your phone.
No,
it was like actual cards.
Sitting there playing solitaire because I was bored and I wasn't fitting in with anybody. So I was like, "All right," and he's like, "You're the devil."
And by the way, if anybody in my church happens to be watching, again, I don't know these things. I just I assume I get the idea, and there are lots of people at my church that think like the world of me, like they think I'm like the best.
Oh my gosh, Brendan, you're such a good person.
A lot of them, I'm fairly sure, hate me, but
you're such a good person, you know. And the thing about it is you got to wake up in the morning and you got to make your bed, you know.
I did.
You made your bed.
It's made.
Yeah.
Bed's made.
Yeah, that's the problem with today's generation. You know, they don't get up anymore, and they don't wake up. They don't make their bed.
They won't get out of bed and make their bed, and they never get out of bed.
And they won't go get a job. Like, hey, you should go get a job. You know.
Yeah.
And go out and get a job. Go do something for your life. And then you got Mr. Dave Ramsey. Well, obviously your problem is it's a spending problem, is what it is. You got a spending problem. But no, like, speaking of money, like, I have people who are telling me lately, like, oh, why are you putting money into your truck? Why don't you just get a new truck? Well, obviously, if I had the money to go get a new truck, I would go get a new truck.
Mm.
But they're like, well, you know, just go get a new truck, go make payments. Well, my truck.
You gotta finance a new truck, James.
Yeah, I gotta finance a new truck.
No. Don't repair. Listen to me, James.
Yeah,
all you need to do is finance a new truck that's going to have the same types of issues eventually.
Right.
And you're not going to have it paid off by then, so you're going to be paying off the truck and be paying the repair costs. It's the only way.
Right.
Go finance a truck, James.
Oh, but you don't need a truck, though. Remember, you need a car.
Oh.
Yes,
you need an affordable...
affordable car.
Affordable car.
Yeah.
And you need to buy it new so that it's new, and it's going to be $143,000.
Right. Because I want a giant screen in the middle of my center console.
In the front of your stupid
to distract
SUV.
me, you know.
Yes.
But, and the thing of it is
you don't need to finance a car. YouTube, look at me in the eyes. You see my eyes? Look at me. You do not need to finance a car. Don't let people trick you. You don't have to do it. Just like you don't have to go to college to have a career. You don't need it. It'd be nice to have if you can.
You want it.
Or if you're going to be a doctor or something. But you don't need to go to college. You don't need to finance a car. You don't need to finance a home immediately. Right. Get things in cash. Pay in cash. Bible literally has I don't know how many verses about not being in debt. Right. And then there's all these people that are like very Christian people that
going
just are
into
like
debt.
just finance a car.
Just finance
a car. Like, I'm trying not to be in debt to a bunch of people.
No, but like they don't even understand too. Like, in order for me to get the truck, like say for the sake of the argument, right? It's the truck that I want.
Right.
Right, which is about anywhere from $23,000 to I've seen upwards to $50,000 at the moment. It depends on what it is, right?
Mm.
But like with the motor that I want, with the stuff that I want done to it, you know, because I want to own a business one day and I'm going to need a truck for a business. That's another topic for a minute, but I'd have to be making like $500 payments a month for that truck. And I don't have that money. Like, I'm sorry, I don't have that money. But like this truck, even when I went to get it, people were like, what do you need a diesel truck for? You're never going to use a diesel truck for anything, so why do you need it?
I feel like you're one of the few people that I know that actually use a diesel truck for, like, diesel truck purposes.
Right. And I also daily it. You know, how many people do you know daily a diesel truck? Oh, diesel's too expensive.
My friend Pierce does up in New York. He dailies a diesel truck, and he uses it for diesel truck purposes.
I know. But
he beats the crap out of that thing, but that's the only two people that I know of is you and Pierce, and that's pretty much it.
But it's like people are like, oh, well, diesel's so much more expensive than gas. I'm like, yeah, but you don't get the fuel mileage or the power ratio that you do with a gas guzzler. Mm-hmm. I owned 3 trucks before this diesel trucks. I'll never go back to gas. The first one that I owned was a piece of crap, and it was weak. Like, it was the most pathetic. Like, it was the strongest engine that it could have. It was nice for sporty, you know, want to go fast. Sucked on gas mileage. Second truck I had, pretty decent on gas mileage. I could actually go places, but like it was still not compared to what my diesel truck is. And then my third truck, I could barely get 274 miles out of that truck before I'd have to get to a gas station. And I'm like, now I get 600 miles out of my tank.
Right.
And that's, that's even with me pushing it the way that you know that I do.
Yeah.
Like, that's even with me romping on her and rolling coal and all that kind of stuff. Like
rolling coal.
But, like, I still use my truck for towing. I still use my truck to daily.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any issues with it that isn't any different than any other modern day vehicle. Like, my truck's in the shop right now. I had a coolant line go on it because it was a 20-year-old piece that's known to, after 20-year-old pieces of plastic, it's going to break. It's going to break. And people are like, well, why don't you just go get a new truck? I'm like, obviously I have the money for the piece. I don't have the money for a new truck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why not get something sensible like an SUV? Well, if I wanted something sensible like an SUV or a car, I would have gotten one by now, but I don't want that.
Right.
I want a truck. I've been driving an SUV for the past, week now, and that SUV just sucks.
Yeah.
Like, it's not driving my truck.
Mm.
Like, it's not even driving my fiance's car. It's just, it sucks. It's underpowered, it's gutless, and it has no gas mileage whatsoever.
Yeah.
But everybody's like, oh, that's the more sensible, safe option. It's a daily.
Mm.
No, I went from my house to my parents' house to the store. When I started out, it had, 3/4 of a tank.
Mm-hmm.
When I was done going from my parents' house, which is 5 miles from my house, to the store, which was another 5 miles, and then came back, I was at a half a tank. If I would have did that with my truck, the needle would have never moved.
Yeah.
The other day I was doing hay for my cousin. I had my truck up the hill, I had it down the hill, I had it idling for long periods of time, I had it, basically doing a lot of work. 4-wheel drive. I started at a half a tank, and I ended at a half a tank. It never did anything.
Right.
I mean, it did kind of freak me out a little bit because it was at a 1/4 of a tank when I came down the hill, but the fuel just was resting. So.
Yeah. Yep.
But it's I don't know. The people these days just need to learn to mind their own business.
Oh yeah. So I've liked my Subaru because it has the hatchback thing, so I can keep my camera equipment in there.
Right.
It has a little bit of get up and go, mostly because we've messed with the engine some.
The new one or the old one?
Both.
Oh yeah.
I don't have the new one yet. It's not out there yet. There's paperwork being done, and I have to go get it from Scranton. But it has a brand new engine in it. It's from 2006, but the engine's brand new.
Let me know when you're going to get that. I want to go get that with you.
I'll try to set up the day. It's going to be whatever day Dad and I can go do it. But
okay.
It's from this magical Subaru, man.
Magic Subaru.
The magic Subaru, man.
Wow.
And it can just off-road, especially those older Subarus for some reason. They just do that really well. So I can just go ahead and drive off into the fields and the mud roads and stuff and be fine.
It's kind of
keep my camera equipment dry and safe.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that your Subaru has kept up. Now I don't think we really put it to the test, but it's kept up with my truck.
The new one's gonna be better because that older Subaru, when you were racing with me a little bit, that one had almost 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
This new one has 167, and the engine has 100.
Well, that's not bad. So.
And it's been modified already a little bit, so all new.
So we'll have to see if
all new cylinders and seals, and
we'll have to see if once my truck gets done, we'll have to see if she can keep up a little bit.
Okay.
Because I have my truck put in the performance mode right now, so she she does.
And mostly it doesn't even have to be a big engine. It's just such a light car.
Well, it's power to weight ratio.
Yep. It's just a box. It's just a box with really good traction control.
I don't know. I've always wanted a Jeep as a secondary.
Jeeps are cool. My dad has a Jeep.
That's what I think I'm gonna get.
2005.
But I want to make mine all
Jeep Wrangler.
Actual off-roady. Looks nice, but still you can actually use it for off-roading.
This Subaru I'm getting, the plan for it is to give it one of those roof racks with like the LED bar and probably like a brush guard and just make it like Mega Subaru.
You know, if you want to do that, you do a bull, what they call a bull bar. Bull bar.
All the way across.
No, it's like it comes out and then goes up in a loop. It's actually not bad.
It's like right in the front of the car. And yeah, I've seen those.
But like, I'll do all your wiring for you.
Okay.
No, seriously, I will.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, no, like today's message of like, oh, you gotta finance a car. I don't want to fucking finance a car. I don't want to, bro. Like, leave me alone.
Do I need to get like a mega long rack that comes out over the hood and has the bars come up to it like an Australian car?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we attach that to the bull bar.
Yes.
Just like,
yes. 100%.
and then people can lay on the roof with
Actually,
sniper
I think
rifles.
I can make that for you. I think we could fix something.
Excellent.
Gonna need some silicone to...
Definitely the bull bar though first.
Yeah.
And I'll get a roof rack, but like a smaller one for starters. Got to get one that's like the length of the car. Roof rack. We got to do an LED bar.
Do we need to do like you know what we need to do though? We need to do like the spare tire thing. Like, you know how Jeeps have spare tire?
Well, I'll have two of them now because I have the spare tire from the old car, which I nabbed out of the back of it before the insurance company took it. And then I'll have the spare that's in the new one, so we can have one in the back where it's supposed to be, and then one on the the cage or whatever.
Either like on the cage, like sitting on like this, or like on the back, like how a Jeep would open.
Oh, actually, you know what, too? Because it's the two donuts, but I need to just get a spare whole tire.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah. And then have the donut in the back as like an extra backup.
That's weird. Donuts, that's weird.
Donuts? Like the small tires? The
like
small
the ones
spare
you can't
tires.
even go over 60 with?
Yeah.
Oh. That's not a real spot. That's not like a real...
No, it's not a real spare tire.
No. I know
You need
people...
a real spare tire on top.
I know somebody who dailied one of those with all spare, like the donuts.
That's a terrible idea.
It was a very terrible idea. He made it a week. I was surprised. He actually went over 80 with it. And that thing was, like, scary to go over 80 with.
Was it just so like...
It wasn't so much... It was, like... The stopping distance was a little bit more than what it... Because he would hear... Pretty much.
Great. What do you think of old cars versus new cars?
Old cars are the way to go.
I like old cars.
When it comes to the apocalypse, like, everybody is going to start finding old cars, but they don't know what old cars you need to go for. First of all, if you ever find any vehicle that has the 12-valve Cummins, which is a diesel engine, in the specifically the BT series, so it's a BT6. I think it's the BT6 12-valve Cummins. They are all run off of the engine, basically. There's no... You can add your own air compressor starter to it.
Interesting.
So, like, you don't even have to have a wire to this engine for it to run.
You know the whole thing about, like, EMPs and none of the cars are going to work?
Yeah.
So I was wrong about that my entire life.
What do you mean?
And I had a whole video where I was talking about totally wrong.
What do you mean?
So the way a car is built with like your engine being grounded, it's grounded around a metal frame. An EMP won't kill your car. It might kill your radio or whatever, but it won't kill the actual normal electrical parts unless your car isn't grounded correctly.
Right.
But if it's a bunch of electrical parts and you can't get those anymore and you can't even work on them because they just fall apart, then it's going to fall apart. So I would suggest something older for the apocalypse anyways. But I thought my entire life that an EMP would just kill all the cars, and it won't.
So like my truck's pretty much... My truck would survive an EMP.
Oh yeah, well everything would.
I mean...
It's like even the stupid like almost all electric Subarus and stuff would be fine.
I mean, like...
Electric vehicles theoretically would be okay in an EMP,
my
which
tuner,
is dumb.
I'm not sure if my tuner would. Like, I don't know how EMPs necessarily work, whether they kill devices.
This electric magnetic pulse. So,
but like, if
this microphone, this computer, dead.
But
they're not grounded correctly.
But like, would it kill something that's like not turned on?
Yes, because it like overloads the circuitry. So like even if this computer was turned off, it would still kill it.
But like if it's grounded to the ground.
Well, technically, this computer, for its own sake, is like grounded, but not in the way supposedly that it needs to be. Like it needs to be grounded but isolated.
I don't know. To me, a 1980s or 1990s Dodge with the 12-valve Cummins.
Something that you can probably find parts for somewhere.
Well, you can find all sorts of parts for. And the nice thing about it is these are mechanical. So they're not
and
electrical.
you can actually work on them.
And because
yeah.
they're mechanical, you can do things like waste oil as fuel. You could literally go up, take a comforter or some heavy, thick sheet, dump the engine oil from a car through the sheet into a plastic bucket, and then dump that in the fuel tank.
Interesting.
And in the winter, you just mix in a tiny bit of gas. But like you get better fuel efficiency, you get more power, and it's free.
Yeah.
Because it's a waste product, it's free. So like with my truck though, it's a little bit different. I'd have to upgrade some parts. I'd have to move some I'd have to get some specific parts for it, because otherwise like my injectors would go, hey buddy, we don't like this, but
we're not having this.
We're not gonna have this, but thanks for the offer. And like the pump for it would also go, hey, fuck you.
Right.
But thanks for asking. But I do know guys that have ran waste oil trucks, and like some of the guys get like almost 1,000 miles out of a tank.
I know of people that keep making water engines and then they all die.
That's very suspicious.
It is very suspicious.
I
They
know.
just create an engine that runs on water, and then all of a sudden they're dead and all their research is lost. Oopsie.
Well, you know what's funny is like around the time that diesels were starting to get popular, people started figuring out you could put propane injection into diesels, and then somehow propane started going up in price. So it made it like you could get like double the range out of your already like hugely ranged truck.
Yeah.
You could get double the range out of that truck because of having a propane tank.
So, at that point, the only thing holding us back is just everybody getting killed who invents or does it, or they get fined to death or whatever, just
Pretty much,
to keep us.
It's if we fought back and dismantled the EPA. Now there are several groups out there who, like for me, my truck has no emissions. My truck has a 5-inch pipe off the back of the turbo. It's just a pipe, is what it is. And then the people are like, "Oh, there's no muffler." It sounds cool. Okay, but you're like literally killing the environment. Where's your EGR? Well, actually, the EGR kills your truck. They're like, okay, but that's literally ruining the environment. No, it's not. Because here's the thing, Brendan, and I'm going to tell you. An EGR, right, is your exhaust gas retention system. It takes your exhaust gas from your one cycle and pushes it back into the next cycle to be burned off.
Right.
But here's the problem. Like with my truck, I have a 6.0 Power Stroke. That puts too much soot into the system, and it can lead to things like head gasket failures. It can lead to a whole bunch of issues with that truck. But when
what you're telling me is I need to cut the muffler off of my Subaru.
Yes, you will notice more power, and your neighbors will hate you.
Excellent.
But like,
That's all I ever wanted.
opened it up a little bit. But like, that's any car though. Like, you take the emissions off of any newer car or any newer diesel truck or any newer, they run better. They outlast. Like, take the 6.7 Power Stroke, which is Dodge's newest engine, right? Well, one of the newer engines, the diesel engine they've made. You take the EGR cooler, the EGR, the DPF, and the DEF, which I know you don't know a whole lot about that, but that's all of the emissions. That
People
are
on
that truck.
YouTube will know.
You take all that off, that engine runs like a top. You have more power and less parts break. because now you've removed your EGR, and that saves your 8 and 7 cylinder from cracking. You've removed your DPF, which is prone to clogging because it catches all the particles when it goes out through the exhaust. And then your DEF, which is basically why would you pay for a plastic jug to put what is essentially piss? It's called urea. Why would you pay for a plastic container that has cardboard around it to dump some chemical, you don't know what it is, into your truck that burns off the soot?
That's for diesels.
Yeah. Tell me how that's better
Urea.
for the environment.
Does anybody know what it is? Somebody has to know what it is.
I mean, it's urea. That's what it is. But tell me how that's better for the environment to use a plastic container filled with some chemical that you dump into your truck.
What happens if you crash and the chemical escapes?
I mean, it's not flammable. So,
Is it toxic?
kind of. I mean, it's...
Kind of.
Well,
I mean, a bunch of stuff in
like
trucks
if you,
and cars
if you
are, but...
dump it onto the ground, I mean, it'll kill the grass around it. You know.
I don't really know how bad anything that vehicles have going on is for the environment. Like, look at all the plants growing along the side of the road. That's like where the thickest plants are next to the road.
You know why? Is it because it's the carbon? All that carbon, those plants eat that.
Yeah.
That's why when I'm next to a cornfield, I let that truck roll.
Gotta grow this corn out.
Basically, just
Nice.
yeah, pretty much. That's gonna be the next, like, just for a minute, us going. That's a Subaru. I knew you were a Subaru owner.
No, this is a Subaru.
Subaru's making lesbians great
Subaru.
again.
Let's go places.
Making lesbians great again.
Nah, my Subaru is a pussy wagon. I'm not a woman.
Roses are red, violets are blue. The pussy wagon has arrived.
And it's a Subaru.
Oh god. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, that, like, people's opinions today on cars are just, and like, you get into the whole EV discussion. I've personally fought 2 EV fires. They're awful.
They are awful.
They're horrible.
And think of all of the small African children who are just mining battery material right now.
That's not even that.
They're mining right now. It's middle of the day in Africa. They're mining battery materials right this second. They got little tiny pickaxes, and they're crying for their mothers. And the people who are making them mine it for our batteries, for our electric cars, are like, shut up. We got to make more lithium-ion batteries, you motherfucker.
The children yearn for the mines.
The children yearn for the mines. That's right.
They yearn for them.
That Minecraft movie was terrible.
That was. Oh my
I
gosh.
streamed it to the Discord. Were you there when that happened?
No, I was busy.
I streamed it to the Discord. We just watched the whole thing. It was so bad.
Was it that bad?
So bad.
How bad was the graphics of it? Like the
Terrible.
green
It was like obviously green screen. The whole thing was green screen too. Like even when
Yeah.
it was in the normal world and they were just in like a neighborhood and stuff, the car was green screened, the house was green
that's
screen, the
awful.
internal, everything was a green screen. There was not like a real scene in that movie.
That's like you take that movie, right, which is supposed to be like the movie, but go back to like, I don't know, Transformers.
I was about to say,
yeah.
if you mention anything that has to do with Linkin Park right now,
Transformers.
I knew exactly where you were going too.
Listen, Transformers. Or what about the other one? Across this new divide. That was awful. Edit that part out.
Oh, okay.
But you're just gonna put it in there.
Keep it in.
But take those movies, or even going back to like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That one guy with the like all the tentacles or whatever.
That was impressive for the time. I couldn't
I mean,
believe
that was just on my computer.
And it held up.
And it held up. It's timeless. It's
Yeah, it
timeless
looks
and
good.
it held up.
we've entered another bad era of like movies just looking like trash and everything being trash.
It's like how Disney started on that.
The special effects from Back to the Future hold up better than the Minecraft movie or any new thing they're coming out with. And I understand that's like a children's movie and we're comparing something that was like a blockbuster thing to a children's movie. But like, look at all the movies. It's all green screen. All of it. And a lot of the scenes, it's like pretty obvious. Like even Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, it's like you look at it and you're like, man, I really can tell that that's not real.
Yeah. Or like none
of that is.
Take a timeless classic, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, right?
Oh yeah. I love those movies.
We want our real Roderick back, bro.
We want our real Roderick back.
Yeah. Get it back. But anyway, like those movies are a timeless classic. Like they could be almost set in any time, basically. Like present through back then because of how
some stories are timeless, brother.
It's not even but like the props, the like how they did that house. Like they used a real location. That house was real. It was in Vancouver. I think it was in Vancouver. It was somewhere in Canada. The town in Canada is where they based, where they filmed that movie off of. But I believe it was based in the United States. You see the first one. First one's really good. That's the classic. Second one, very good as well.
I don't remember them well enough to even really remember. Mostly, I just remember like the cheese touch transcending the movies and becoming reality. No, you
got the cheese touch.
You stay away from me.
You stay. No, but like how they did those movies, the thought that they put into them, like just you start watching some of the director cuts or whatever, and you think about all the thought that they put into movies. I mean, it's easy for you and I to sit there and go, they made a mistake.
Right. Well,
but then,
yeah,
you know, how many times have you gotten through a YouTube video, making a YouTube video, and you're like, we should have added that part.
Added the part, or like I see like continuity errors is my biggest issue these days, because like I can't keep an eye on everything all the time.
There was a boom mic that got into the shot, and now it's just
the biggest issue we have a problem with is placement.
Yeah.
So like the most recent video that I put out when this podcast is going live, I'm like playing a character that's a little bit like Negan, you know? So he has a baseball bat, and he's standing there with the bat down at his side, and he's talking to this guy, and the camera cuts to behind the dude, and then the bat's over my shoulder. Yeah. Like there was no transition there, just it was down here, then it was up here.
Yeah. Like, you know, are people gonna think to themselves like, oh, he just put it up there? Or even people going to think about that?
Yeah, they won't. Most people don't notice that kind of thing. You'd be surprised. Like every now and then somebody will point it out, but I do test audiences, and most people just don't catch it.
I believe it was like the third Transformers or the second Transformers. One of the two. They show Megatron getting up onto Lincoln. Basically, the big monument of Lincoln Memorial or whatever. Yeah. He shoots Lincoln off the chair, and then he sits in the chair. Well, you can see in the video, his, like, wheels that are on him are on his character's legs that are morphed into him. They glitch through the seat a little bit.
Nice.
And, like, the directors go, oh, how could we have missed that? But, like, you look at it now, and it's like, oh, that's a funny little error. I like that. That's kind of cool. Like,
yeah,
you know, it's because
that, and it just it looked decent most of the time. You don't notice it. Yeah,
and like back then, you know, and I think part of the reason though that movies look so bad these days is because of the quality of TVs we have now. Think about it. It's nothing to get a $200 8K TV, and now you're starting to notice all this stuff. Well, why are you noticing it?
Because it's in like 4K Ultra in front of my face. Yeah.
Yeah, you notice all those details. It's all the pixels.
And, I mean, also, again, it's all electronically created.
Right.
Like, a computer can only do so much, and as far as, like, the actual special effects and creation of something, like, in the old Spider-Man movies, and this is something I studied into a lot, what they used to do was they took real things and textures and used them to, like, create special effects. And sometimes they couldn't do it. Like, there's this scene where Doc Ock grabs a vault door, rips it out of the wall, and chucks it, and you can tell that vault door is so CGI'd, right?
Yeah.
But his arms don't look CGI'd, and it was because they created the arms in real life.
Right.
Like, they created these prop things, and then they basically used that in the CGI models. And most of the shots where the arms are in, like, unless they're, like, it's a far back shot and all 4 of them are moving around,
Yeah.
those arms are real. They basically created these big puppets, so they have, like, these
Right.
green screen poles, and they're, like, moving the arms, and they have, like, twist triggers and stuff to make them act like snakes.
It'd be cool if they could just make a real thing, you know?
Yes, sir.
Like, you know.
And then blow out that little crystal in the back, and then just let the guy go insane and start trashing the city.
You know.
And then I show up.
And then you're Spider-Man.
I may
not be the hero that this world wanted.
But I'm the one that they get.
I am the one that they get. That was a great, like, YouTube video.
That was funny. Spooderman.
You know what sucks now, though?
Mm.
The new day and age of YouTube.
It does.
Chicken's done.
Just
Okay.
wait.
Some of the skin's a little burnt, so you might have to peel the skin off if you get one that's a little burnt, but unless you like burnt skin.
Yeah. Okay, close that for me quick. We'll be out in a few.
Okay.
Sorry. Little time break there. Had to see what was going on.
Yeah, the modern state of YouTube isn't a whole lot better than the modern state of Hollywood. Like, it's gotten, like, weirdly, like, green screened, weird
Yeah.
graphics stuff. Like, I appreciated that, like, Mr. Beast made, like, the most viewed YouTube video in the world with the Squid Game thing, but it was, like, a lot of special effects, and it just isn't what I think of when I think of a YouTuber at this point.
When I think of YouTube, I think of, like, the early days of YouTube, but not only that, I think of, like, the 2016 vibes.
Yeah.
2016 was, like, the peak of YouTube. And now it's just, you know.
Over sensationalized trash.
It's trash.
Well, that's like on my channel, guys. On this channel,
On his channel.
on the in the description, like, of my channel itself, it basically is just a thing that's like, hey, you know, we want to have, like, the modern vibes, you know, like, we want
Right.
everything to be high
Right.
quality,
Obviously.
but we want to, like, bring back the old days, like videos that are shot without a ton of special effects, or, like, just
the old days.
yeah, bring back the old days while also
Bring back
having
the
decent
2007
quality footage. Like, I want you to be able to see what's going on. Like, we're not filming in 360. Like, it's nice 1080p, 60 FPS, high quality image. It looks good.
Right.
But I'm not going to CGI the shit out of it for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. Well, that concludes this podcast, I think.
That wraps
We're
us up.
kind of hungry.
Thanks
so.
for coming on.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, whatever
Absolutely.
that was.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
We're still sponsored by NordVPN, so just so everybody is aware.
No, we are not.
Get your NordVPN today.